Hey folks, and welcome back to the Rural Thailand village here. We're on a trip. This should be the fourth installment of our trip. I'll put a link in the upper right hand corner if you want to get caught up on previous or past episodes. But we got a lot to get to today. The girls are building a hut, a little shack. We're also going to have a very interesting meal prepared for us. So let's get ready to jump into it. So I've been walking around today for an hour or so. The village that I show you, that's just where they live. But the land is vast. All the rice, it's kind of surrounds it. I don't know how many acres. Just almost as far as the eye can see. And all kind of interesting stuff along the way. They're pumping water from one river into a rice paddy right now, so I guess they can plant. It's the girls are building a little survival hut down by the house. We'll see how that goes. We'll see what they're doing with that. Looks like fun. But there's no end in sight of this. I mean, it's just all this. And you can see the ones that they've planted, and these are the ones they're working on. And they're pumping water down there. And I guess they fill these up, they'll plow it and churn it all up and plant the rice, I guess. I think she told me it's 3 crops a year. 3 crops a year. But this is a nice little sneaky hiding place back here. I kind of like this. So I guess this is where they take their siesta. All right, we'll see how the hut's going. So yeah, about that hut. I wasn't quite sure what to make of the hut at first, so I didn't really think much about it. But I don't know. In subsequent days, I did think about the hut, and maybe it was their way of saying, hey, you know, even though the house is full and there's not a lot of room in the house, there is room here for you if you want to stay on the farm overnight. Because I stayed at a hotel, obviously. We went over that in the previous episode, but the truth of the matter is I needed Wi-Fi, and there's no Wi-Fi out there. And a comfortable bed is nice, as well as AC and all the amenities that come with a hotel. But I don't know why they built the hut, but they built it. And it looked like they were almost in 2 teams. One team to kind of gather things right around the farm, and then another team to go out and this grass, I don't know what this is, grass, whatever it is, this plant fiber, gather that up. So it was almost like a whole village effort here. I wasn't around for most of it. V filmed most of this, but I was out on my walk, of course. But anyway, let's look and see how the hut progresses here. All right, wow, what a walk. Walked for hours, lucky to find, actually if it wasn't for my phone and maps, I might not have found my way back. Anyway, the hut's finished, I got in there. It's actually pretty decent, the floor is really soft. They put some kind of dried grass or something in there. But now it's supper time, so they're gonna bake a chicken. They're basically gonna bake a chicken, a whole chicken, without an oven, outside, open flames. So it won't be grilled or anything like that. It's going to be baked, and I'll show you kind of how they do that. It's ingenious, really. It's going to be in just an old tin can. I believe that can is a big kind of, I don't know, like 5 5-gallon cans that lard comes in, something like that. just a tin can, big tin can, and that covers the chicken. They're going to surround that in all kind of kindling, including corn cobs. Corn that they've already stripped the corn out of. It's just the kind of wood left. Well, it turns into wood, I guess. But plant fiber and some light wood, and they'll just keep that going around the can. And meanwhile, the whole time it's baking in there. So we'll take a look at it, and then when it's done, we'll see what they have. They're also making some little fish. They catch dozens and dozens of these small, tiny fish. And he's a good boy. He remembered me from last time. And I think they're just going to put those on a grill or something. But a real kind of survival cookout here in a makeshift hut and a makeshift oven in rural Thailand.
So while the chicken was baking, I heard the familiar sound of mud tractors on the horizon, so I came back out to the back 40 here to inspect the gate, and sure enough, they were out here churning it up.
So while the girls are down there in the field kitchen, the bird's still going to be about another 30 minutes. But I guess I was right. They flooded this earlier. We looked at this rice paddy, and now they're out here right around sunset with the mud tractors churning it all up and plowing it. It's surprising. I mean, as dirty a job as you think that is, they don't look that dirty. I guess they got it set up where they don't get splashed that much. I don't know. But, look at oh! Wow.
So apparently V spoke to some of the gentlemen doing the mud tractoring and convinced them that it would be a good idea to let me come along for a ride. So kind of gave me an idea maybe for a whole new channel here. I don't know. What do you think? I'll consider it. But anyway, let's do a lap.
Oh.
So I quickly found out this is one of those things, and there's a lot of things like this, but this is definitely one of these things that looks a lot easier than it is. I mean, these guys are professionals out here. They know what they're doing. They really make it look easy. For me, not so much.
Oh my God, dang. Oi. Scratch that off the bucket list. Wow. Those guys don't look this dirty. I just made one little lap and I'm filthy. What a ride. I just left it in low gear. They got different gears. They got a throttle. The thing's really hard to steer. It's very heavy. The steering's very heavy. Anyway, let's go back and check in on that chicken since I've already plowed the field for the day.
So yeah, I guess I wasn't expecting that, but now I can say I've ridden a mud tractor, but it was a long barefoot walk back to the farm, but still need to get back and look in on that chicken.
So the chicken's done, and it looks beautiful. It's a gorgie. It's got a color on it like I've never seen in an oven. It just, the meat looks like it's falling off the bone. We'll get it plated up. But a little bit of a hardship. I couldn't put my shoes back on. I had to come over here barefooted and wash. I still don't have shoes on. I'm a little bit a mess right now, but gotta get a good look at this bird. I know I can actually hear it sizzling in there, and I can smell it. So she's going to try to get it out of there. Look at this.
โอ้ย
It's just falling apart.
จับนี่ดิจับนี่ไม่ได้เหรอดึงออกมาก่อนยกทั้งกระปีบออกมาก่อน
So, I'm in the house, and oh, it's hot. You know, I can't believe, I don't think this was in there for more than an hour. And if I baked it in an oven, it would take at least an hour. It's a decent sized bird. It's the one we bought yesterday. It melts in your mouth. I mean, it's almost overdone. Fantastic. It's just perfect. Some skin. Oh. What a great meal after a long day on the mud tractor. Now, they did soak this in some kind of brine for hours before they cooked it. They stuffed it with all kind of veg and herbs and onions and things like that. But so it wasn't just as simple as putting it in the tin can and making the fire. But I gotta tell you, it's a taste I've never had before. I've never had a chicken quite like that. Oh, one of my best days ever. I just need a good shower and some laundry done. So win-win, the girls had a lot of fun making their little camp today and making the chicken. And now they're going to eat it. And we got another beautiful evening here on the rice paddies on the ranch. So I don't know what we'll do this evening. We'll see, but tomorrow we're going back home. Tomorrow's Monday. Wow. Great trip overall. I have fun every time I come up here. Not saying I want to live here, but all things considered, we had just a very memorable evening out last night. We had a great day today. I explored most of what I explored. I didn't even show you. I just went around. I didn't have the bike. I wanted to have the bike. And that's what I kept seeing everywhere I'd go. I'm like, oh, it'd be so cool to have the bike here. But there's always another time, hopefully. So, God willing. But anyway, that's all it's going to be.
So yeah, wonderful time. Big thanks to all the friends and family that live out there on the farm. They couldn't have been any more hospitable. They're all great. Hope they had as much fun as we did. They sure made it a good, memorable visit for us. I'll show you real quick. As rural as this is out here, only about a 5-minute motorbike ride down the main road. There's a store, kind of like a 7-Eleven, not a 7-Eleven, but it's a mom and pop store that has about the same type of stock, so that's convenient. We did have some time to go back to the place we were at the previous evening and say goodbye to all our friends. They were lovely. But anyway, I'm going to leave this one right here. Hope you enjoyed the episode.
And as usual, I'll thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.